With the advancement of both Russian and Chinese air defenses, the military has found itself in need of new means for defeating enemy air defense networks. One result of these efforts is the creation of more powerful stealth aircraft such as the F-35 Lightning II. The Navy's creation of the EA-18G Growler electronic attack aircraft is another example. The EA-18G Growler is designed to confuse and blind the enemy, so in today's video we'll be discussing weaponry, history, and more. The EA-18G Growler is a variation of the FA-18 class of fighters that combines a powerful electronic warfare package with the established FA-18F Super Hornet platform. The Growler is the first new design electronic warfare aircraft in more than 35 years, replacing the EA-6B Prowler. With its verified design and the ability to undertake a wide range of enemy defense suppression tasks, the aircraft preserves all FA-18E multi-mission F's capabilities. The U.S. Navy is the Growler's only operator inside the U.S. Department of Defense. However, the EA-18G is operated collaboratively with the Royal Australian Air Force. The EA-18G has piqued the curiosity of both existing and potential international partners. So you're probably wondering how the Growler came to be. The Navy granted Boeing a 5-year system development and demonstration contract for the EA-18G Growler in 2003, and a deal for the first 4 production Growlers was inked in 2006. The Growler was created to replace the Navy's fleet of EA-6B Prowler electronic attack aircraft, which first flew in 1971 and were officially retired in 2019. The Growler Fleet Replacement Squadron, based at Naval Air Station Whidbey Island in Washington, received the first production aircraft on June 3, 2008. In 2009, the company achieved its first operational capabilities and began full-rate manufacturing. 3 squadrons, VAQ-132, 141, and 138, were pronounced safe for flight after transitioning from the Prowler to the Growler in 2010. The EA-18G Growler has traversed the world to aid all significant and fast response action during the previous 15 years. Operation Odyssey Dawn in Libya in 2011 was Growler's first real test. 5 expeditionary VAQ squadrons of the U.S. Navy assist U.S. Air Force and Navy shore-based missions uniquely, except for 1 squadron assigned to CVW-5, Forward Deployed Naval Force headquartered at Marine Corps Air Station, Iwakuni, Japan. All EA-18G squadrons are based at NAS Whidbey Island. In March 2021, the Growler Capability Modification Program began at Naval Air Station Whidbey Island, Washington, as the first significant attempt to modify EA-18G capabilities in the program's history. The multi-year effort includes technical changes to numerous aircraft systems that are shared with the FA-18EF Block 3. The GCM will also give the warfighter a considerable jump in electronic warfare capacity, including integrating the next-generation jammer mid-band to boost combat support for the joint U.S. and Allied forces. Growler Block 2 is in the works, and it will incorporate spiral enhancements. The EA-18G Growler. The EA-18G Growler is based on the successful and combat-proven FA-18 family of aircraft, which has long served as the premier carrier-based multi-role fighters for the United States Navy. This allows the EA-18G Growler to be quicker and more maneuverable than prior electronic attack aircraft based on transport aircraft designs. The Growler is propelled by 2 General Electric F414 GE400 turbofan engines, each producing 44,000 pounds of torque. When fitted with external fuel tanks, the EA-18G Growler has a top speed of 1,960 km per hour, nearly Mach 1.6, and a maximum range of 1,570 km. The primary duties of the EA-16G Growler are electronic assault and suppression of opposing air defenses. The Growlers are supplied with various modern electronic warfare equipment to carry out these tasks. Growlers have up to 3 AN/ALQ-99 radar jamming pods, an AN/ALQ-218-2 receiver, and a Raytheon AN/ALQ-227 communications countermeasure system, all of which are installed in the bay of the F-Gun A-18. The AFP-79 multi-mode active electronically scanned array radar with passive detection mode and active radar suppression, an ALQ-218-2 digital radar warning receiver, and an ALE-47 countermeasures dispenser are standard systems on Block 2 Growlers. The EA-18G Growler supports and defends Allied troops on the ground, in the air, and at sea. Furthermore, the Growler can transmit electronic intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance data to other Allied aircraft. Thanks to the interference cancellation system, it can sustain uninterrupted radio connections in strongly jammed situations. The ALQ-227 communication countermeasure set from the Growler allows the EA-18G to digitally jam enemy conversations over a wide frequency range and identify, record, and play back those communications. Real beam mapping mode and synthetic aperture radar mode with air-to-air search, air-to-air tracking, sea surface search, and ground moving target identification and tracking are among the interleaved radar modes. The radar includes a 4-channel sophisticated receiver exciter that gives wide bandwidth capabilities and the capacity to create a wide range of waveforms for electronic warfare, as well as air-to-air and air-to-ground operations. It can also operate in several air-to-air and air-to-ground modes simultaneously. Growler Cockpit. The pilot's crew station and the advanced crew station of the electronic warfare officer are located in the 2-seat cockpit. A touchscreen liquid crystal display, mission systems control, and display, a 203mm by 23mm full-color tactile LCD, and 2 multifunctional 127mm by 127mm LCDs are included in the advanced crew station. These screens may show tactical aircraft movement maps. HOTAS hands-on throttle and stick control and complete digital fly-by-wire controls are standard on the aircraft. The aircraft is outfitted with a helmet-mounted cueing system created by Vision Systems International, a joint venture between Rockwell Collins and Elbit. The HMCS has a high off-bore sight weaponry interaction capability that allows for a first look, first shot. The technology allows the pilot to precisely direct or cue the armaments against hostile aircraft. The design of the EA-18G and FA-18F. The EA-18G Growler is a variant of the FA-18F Super Hornet based on the Super Hornet platform with structural alterations and the installation of avionics and mission systems, boosting the empty weights to 15,000 kilograms and the carrier landing weight to 21,755 kilograms. Wingtip air-to-air missiles on the FA-18 Super Hornet are generally replaced with wideband receiver pods on the EA-18 Growler. The other hardpoints carry a combination of electronic warfare pods and weaponry. A light alloy multi-spar wing and high-strength graphite and epoxy panels and doors are used in the aircraft's construction. Northrop Grumman makes the rear and center fuselage parts. At the same time, EADS-CASA manufactures structural components such as fuselage rear side panels, horizontal tail surfaces, flaps, leading edge extensions, rudders, and speed brakes. The landing gear on the aircraft is retractable tricycle style. The MINUSCO main landing gear is single-wheeled and retracts rearward into wheel bays placed in the engine air ducts after a 90-degree rotation. The Growler shares the airframe, Raytheon AN/APG-79 AESA radar, and armament systems such as the AN/AYK-22 store management system with conventional Super Hornet. The majority of the specialized airborne electronic assault equipment is installed on a plate where the internal 20mm gun used to be, as well as on the wingtips. 9 weapon stations are still available for additional weapons or jammer pods. The new electronics are AN/ALQ-218 wideband receivers mounted on the wingtips and ALQ-99 high and low band tactical jamming pods. The ALQ-218 and ALQ-99 comprise an entire spectrum electronic warfare suite capable of detecting and jamming all known surface-to-air threats. However, the present pods may be insufficient to combat growing threats. The nose gear is a Mercier Dowdy twin-wheel arrangement. The aircraft's nose is equipped with a catapult launch tow bar. An arrestor hook is fitted under the rear portion of the fuselage. Its main engines make it a formidable opponent. 4,000 pounds of thrust are generated by 2 General Electric F414GE 400 turbofan engines. With external fuel tanks, the Growler has a maximum speed of Mach 1.6 and a range of 975 miles. She can also fight. While the primary tasks of the EA-18G Growler are electronic assault and the destruction of enemy air defenses, the electronic attack aircraft is also capable of equipping armament for direct engagement with enemy troops. When used just for observation, the Growler is usually equipped with 2 AIM-120 air-to-air missiles for self-defense against enemy aircraft. When used for standoff and escort jamming, EA-18Gs are outfitted with 2 AGM-88 high-speed anti-radiation missiles in addition to 2 AIM-120 missiles, When EA and SE-8D operations are not required, the EA-18G may be configured solely for strike missions with 2 AGM-88 HARM missiles, 2 AIM-120s, and 2 AGM-154 joint standoff weapons. A carrier combat group has numerous choices with the EA-18G Growler. It can dispatch the plane on intelligence gathering missions. In the event of a conflict, it will provide a safe passage for attack aircraft like the Super Hornet. It can communicate with the E-2 Hawkeye while listening in on hostile transmissions. It will be the #1 plane in East Asia for an aerial war scenario. Electronic warfare and the suppression of enemy air defenses are unavoidable in 21st century combat. The Navy should consider itself fortunate to have the EA-18G Growler's eyes and ears in front of a carrier combat group. So, what are your thoughts on the EA-18G Growler? Are you pleased with its weaponry? Which fighter do you think would give the EA-18G Growler a run for its money? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.